What if I told you that thousands of people paid real money? Not for drugs, not for weapons, but to watch the pain of innocent girls?
In South Korea, police revealing the identity of the main suspect in an online so-called sextortion ring.
Hidden behind screens, usernames, and cryptocurrency, a new kind of evil was born. This is the story of the Nth Room, a digital nightmare that shook South Korea to its core. It began quietly around 2018. Police stumbled upon strange Telegram chat rooms, mysterious spaces called Room 1, Room 2, and then Room N. At first, they looked harmless, but what was happening inside was pure horror. Videos of young women, some still in high school, being forced to perform unspeakable acts, all recorded, shared, and sold for cryptocurrency. These weren't random videos. They were made through manipulation, blackmail, and unimaginable cruelty. The man behind it all called himself Baksa, meaning doctor. His real name was Cho Ju-bin, a bright and polite university graduate. He didn't look like a criminal mastermind, but behind the mask of normalcy, he was running one of the most disturbing criminal networks in modern history. Cho's formula was simple and terrifying. He'd find young women online, pretending to be a model scout or job recruiter.
Cho Ju-bin is suspected of forcing women and children to film themselves carrying out sex acts that sometimes involved rape and violence.
I apologize to everyone who has suffered because of me. Thank you for ending the life of a demon that I could not stop.
He allegedly blackmailed them by using private information received from government workers and went on to sell his victims videos in secret chat rooms on the
Once they sent him private photos, thinking it was part of an application, the trap would close. He'd threaten them, "Do what I say, or I'll send these to your family." What followed was digital slavery. The victims were forced to record degrading, violent acts on camera. Their pain became content. Their fear became entertainment for thousands of anonymous viewers hiding behind their screens. Each chat room had levels. The higher the room number, the worse the content, and the higher the entry fee. People paid in cryptocurrency to stay anonymous. And soon, the Nth Room exploded. By 2019, more than 260,000 people had joined. Students, office workers, even public servants. They watched, they paid, they encouraged the abuse. And all of it happened in plain sight, on a messaging app anyone could download. But the victims refused to stay silent. One woman, known only as B, started collecting evidence and reached out to journalists. Her courage ignited a movement, #WeWantTheNames, as millions of South Koreans demanded the criminals be exposed. The entire nation was outraged. People realized this wasn't just a dark web crime. It was happening next door, in the hands of ordinary men.
Messaging app Telegram. In a rare move, the South Korean government named the 24-year-old main suspect, nicknamed Doctor, after a record 5 million people signed petitions urging police to investigate him and others. Cho's one of 124 suspected of abuse, threats, and...
Police launched a massive cyber investigation. They tracked cryptocurrency transactions, decoded chat logs, and followed digital fingerprints buried deep within encrypted networks. After months of work, in March 2020, they arrested the man behind it all, Cho Ju-bin. When cameras captured him, he smiled and said, "Thank you for stopping the devil's life." Those words sent chills down the nation's spine. Soon, dozens of accomplices were arrested, hackers, assistants, and other operators. The Telegram empire of terror finally collapsed. Cho Ju-bin was sentenced to 40 years in prison. His followers received long prison terms too. But the emotional scars of the victims remain, invisible yet permanent. The Nth Room case exposed something horrifying about our world. That technology can be used not just to connect, but to destroy. It showed that evil doesn't always wear a mask or hide in dark alleys. Sometimes it hides behind a profile picture. Sometimes it's a message notification on your phone. This wasn't just a crime. It was a wake-up call to humanity. A reminder that every click, every share, every anonymous message carries real consequences for real people. And that behind every screen, someone might be screaming for help. The Nth Room case changed South Korea forever, and it forced the world to look into the mirror of the internet and ask, who are we when nobody's watching? Headphone if this story moved you, share it, not for views, but for awareness. Because justice only begins when silence ends.